How may you be getting on?
We just get along somehow, my angel, to your prayers and so on. Sit down, please do. Now, you know you shouldn't forget all about your neighbors, my darling. My dear fellow, why are you so formal in your get-up? Evening dress, gloves, and so on? Can you be going anywhere, my precious?
No, I've come only to see you, honored Stefan Stefanovich.
And why are you in evening dress, my precious? As if you're paying me a visit.
Well, you see, it's like this. I've come to you, honored Stefan Stefanovich, to trouble you with a request. Not once or twice have I already had the privilege of applying to you for help. And you have always, so to speak. I must ask your pardon. I'm getting excited. I shall drink some water, honored Stefan Stefanovich.
He's come to borrow money. Shan't give him any. What is it, my dear?
You see, honored Stepanovich, I beg pardon. Stefan Honorovich. I mean, I'm awfully excited, as you will please notice. In short, you alone can help me, though I don't deserve it, of course, and haven't any right to count on your assistance.
Don't go round and round it, darling. Spit it out. Well?
One moment. This very minute. The fact is, I've come to ask the hand of your daughter, Natalia Stepanovna, in marriage.
By Jove, Ivan Vasilovich! Say it again, I didn't hear it all.
I have the honor to ask.
My dear fellow, I'm so glad and so on. Yes, indeed not, sort of thing. Oh, I've been hoping for it for a long time. It's been my continual desire. Oh, and I've always loved you, my angel, as if you were my own son. May God give you both his help and his love and so on. I did so much hope. Oh, what am I behaving this idiotic way for? I'm off my balance, and Joe, absolutely off my balance. How can I comatose and all that?
Honored Stefan Stepanovich, do you think I may count on her consent?
Why, of course, my darling. As if she won't consent. She's in love. Egad, she's like a lovesick cat and so on. Shan't be long.
It's cold. I'm trembling all over, just as if I've got an examination before me. The great thing is, I must have my mind made up. If I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to talk a lot, to look for an ideal or for real love, I'll never get married. Natalia Stepanovna is an excellent housekeeper. Not bad looking, well educated. What more do I want? But I'm getting a noise in my ears from excitement. But it's impossible for me not to marry. In the first place, I'm already 35, a critical age, so to speak. In the second place, I ought to lead a quiet and regular life. I suffer from palpitations. I'm excitable, always getting awfully upset. At this very moment, my lips are trembling, and there's a twitch in my right eyebrow. The very worst of all is the way I sleep. I no sooner get into bed and begin to go off when suddenly something in my left side gives a pull, and I feel it in my shoulder and head. I jump up like a lunatic, walk about a bit, lie down again, but as soon as I begin to get off to sleep, there's another pull. And this may happen 20 times.
Well, there, it's you. And Papa said go, there's a merchant come for his goods. How do you do, Ivan Vasilovich?
How do you do, honored Natalia Stepanovna?
You must excuse my apron and attire. We're shelling peas for drying. Why haven't you been here for such a long time? Sit down. Oh, won't you have some lunch?
No, thank you. I've had some already.
Well, the weather is splendid now, but yesterday it was so wet the workmen didn't do a thing all day. Well, how much hay have you stacked? Just think. I felt greedy and had a whole field cut, and now I'm not at all pleased about it because I'm afraid my hay may rot. I ought to have waited a bit. But what's this? Why, you're in evening dress. Well, I never. Are you going to a ball or what? Though I must say you look better. Tell me, why are you got up like that?
You see, honored Natalia Stepanovna, the fact is, I've made up my mind to ask you to hear me out. Of course, you'll be surprised and perhaps even angry, but it's awfully cold.
What's the matter? Well?
I shall try to be brief. You must know, honored Natalia Stepanovna, that I have long, since my childhood in fact, had the privilege of knowing your family. My late aunt and her husband, from whom, as you know, I inherited my land, always had the greatest respect for your father and your late mother. The Lomovs and the Shubakovs have always had the most friendly, and I might almost say the most affectionate regard for each other. And as you know, my land is near neighbor of yours. You will remember that my oxen meadows touch your birch woods.
Excuse my interrupting you. You say my oxen meadows, but are they yours?
Yes, mine.
What are you talking about? Oxen meadows are ours, not yours.
No, mine, honored Natalia Stepanovna.
Well, I never knew that before. How do you make that out?
How? I'm speaking of those Oxen Meadows, which are wedged in between your birchwoods and the burnt marsh.
Yes, yes. They're ours.
No, you're mistaken, Honored Natalia Stepanovna. They're mine.
Just think, Ivan Vasilyevich. How long have they been yours?
How long? As long as I can remember.
Really, you won't get me to believe that.
But you can see from the documents, Honored Natalia Stepanovna. Oxen Meadows, it's true, were once the subject of dispute, but now everybody knows that they're mine. There's nothing to argue about. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows in perpetuity to the peasants of your father's grandfather, in return for which they were to make bricks for her. The peasants belonging to your father's grandfather had used the land for 40 years, and had got into the habit of regarding them as their own. When it happened—
No, it isn't at all like that. Both my grandfather and great-grandfather reckoned that their land extended to Burnt Marsh, which means Oxen Meadows were ours. I don't see what there is to argue about. It's simply silly.
I'll show you the documents, Natalia Stepanovna.
No, you're simply joking. Or making fun of me. What a surprise. We've had the land for nearly 300 years, and then suddenly we're told it isn't ours. Ivan Vasilyevich, I can hardly believe my own ears. These meadows aren't worth much to me. They only come to 13 acres and are worth perhaps 300 rubles, but I can't stand unfairness. Say what you will, but I can't stand unfairness.
Hear me out. I implore you. The peasants of your father's grandfather, as I have already had the honor of explaining to you, used to make bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now, my aunt's grandmother, wishing to make them—
I can't make head or tail of all this about aunts and grandfathers and grandmothers. Oxen Meadows are ours, and that's all.
Mine.
Ours. You can go on proving it for 2 days on end. You can go and put on 15 dress jackets, but I tell you, they're ours, ours, ours. I don't want anything of yours, and I don't want to give up anything of mine. So there.
Natalia Ivanovna, I don't want the meadows, but I'm acting on principle. If you like, I shall make you a present of them.
I can make you a present of them myself, because they're mine. Your behavior, Ivan Vasilyevich, is strange, to say the least. Up to this, we have regarded you as a good neighbor, a friend. Like last year, we lent you our threshing machine, although on that account we had to put off our own threshing until November. But you behaved to us as if we were gypsies. Giving me my own land, indeed. No, really, that's not at all neighborly. In my opinion, it's even impudent if you want to know.
Then you make out that I'm a land grabber. Madam, never in my life have I grabbed anybody else's land, and I shan't allow anybody to accuse me of having done so. Oxen Meadows are mine.
It's not true. They're ours.
Mine.
It's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my mowers out to the meadows this very day.
What?
My mowers will be there this very day.
I'll give it to them in the neck.
You dare!
Oxen Meadows are mine, you understand? Mine.
Please don't shout. You can shout yourself hoarse in your own house, but here I must ask you to restrain yourself.
If it wasn't, madam, for this awful, excruciating palpitation, if my whole inside wasn't upset, I'd talk to you in a different way. Oxen Meadows are mine.
Ours.
Mine.
Ours!
Mine.
What's the matter? What are you shouting at?
Papa, please tell to this gentleman who owns Oxen Meadows, we or he.
Darling, the meadows are ours.
But please, Stepan Stepanich, how can they be yours? Do be a reasonable man. My aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years and got as accustomed to it as if it was their own when it had—
Excuse me, my precious. You forget just this. The peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. And now everybody knows that they're ours. It means you haven't seen the plan.
I'll prove to you that they are mine.
And you won't prove it, my
I
God.
shall.
Dear one, why yell like that? You won't prove anything just by yelling. I don't want anything of yours and don't intend to give up what I have. Why should I? And you know, my beloved, if you propose to go on arguing about it, I'd much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you. There!
I don't understand. How have you the right to give away somebody else's property?
You may take it that I know whether I have the right or not. Because, young man, how am I used to being spoken to in that tone of voice? I am twice your age, and am asked that you speak to me without agitating yourself and so on.
No, you just think that I'm a fool and want to have me on. You call my land yours, and you want me to talk to you calmly and politely. Good neighbors don't behave like that, Stepan Stepanich. You're not a neighbor. You're a grabber.
What? What did you say?
Papa, send the mowers out to the meadows at once.
What did you say, sir?
Oxen Meadows are ours, and I shan't give them up, shan't give them up, shan't give them up!
We'll see. I'll have the matter taken to court, and then I'll show you.
To court? You can take it to court and all that. You can, I know you. You're just on the lookout for a chance to go to court and all that. You pedophile! All your people were like that, all of them.
Never mind about my people. The Lomovs have all been honorable people, and not one has ever been tried for embezzlement, like your grandfather.
The Lomovs have had lunacy in your family, all of you.
All.
Your grandfather was a drunkard, and your younger aunt, Nastasia Milanovna, ran off with an architect, and so on.
And your mother was humpbacked. Pulling at my side, my head. Help! Water!
Your father was a guzzling gambler.
And there haven't been many backbiters to equal your aunt.
My left foot's gone to sleep. You're an intriguer, my heart. And it's an open secret that before the last elections, you brought... I can see stars. Where's my hat?
It's low. It's dishonest. It's mean.
And you're just a malicious, double-faced intriguer, yes!
Here's my hat. My heart. Which way? Where's the door? Oh, I think I'm dying. My foot's quite numb.
Don't set foot in my house again.
Take it to court. We'll see.
Devil take it.
What a rascal. What trust can one have in one's neighbors after that?
The villain, the scarecrow.
A monster. First he takes our land, and then he has the impudence to abuse us.
And that blind hen, it's a turnip ghost, has a confounded cheek to make a proposal and so on. What a proposal.
What proposal?
I came here so as to propose to you.
To propose? To me? Why didn't you tell me this before?
So he dresses up in evening clothes. The stuff sausage. Who is it being thrown?
To propose to me. Bring it back. Back! Bring it here!
Bring him here.
Oh, quick! Quick, I'm ill. Fetch him!
What's that? What's the matter with you?
I'm dying. Fetch him back! Fetch him!
That one's don't yell!
What have they done to me? Fetch him back! Fetch him!
He's coming and so on. Devil take him. Talk to him yourself. I don't want to.
Fetch him!
He's coming, I tell you. Oh, what a burdened Lord to be the father of a grown-up daughter. At my throat, I will indeed. We cursed him, abused him, drove him out, and it's all you, you!
No, it was you!
I tell you, it's not my fault. Now you talk to him yourself.
My heart is palpitating awfully. My foot's gone to sleep. Something keeps pulling in my side.
Forgive us, Ivan Vasilovich. We were all a little heated.
My heart's beating awfully. My nose, my eyebrows are both twitching.
Yes, yours. Please sit down. We were wrong.
I did it on principle. My land is worth little to me, but the principle...
Yes, the principle just so. Now let's talk of something else.
The more so as I have evidence. My aunt's grandmother gave the land to your father's grandfather's peasants.
Yes, let that pass. Oh, I wish I knew how to get him started. Are you going to start shooting soon?
I'm thinking of having a go at the blackcock on an Italian Stefano after the harvest. Oh, have you heard? Just think. What a misfortune I've had. My dog, yes, whom you know, has gone lame.
What a pity. Why?
I don't know. Must have got twisted or bitten by some other dog. Oh, my very best dog, to say nothing of the expense. I gave Mironov 125 rubles for him.
It was too much, Ivan Vasilovich.
I think it was very cheap. He's a first-rate dog.
Papa gave 85 rubles for his squeezer, and squeezer is heaps better than Guess.
Squeezer better than Guess. What an idea. Squeezer better than Guess.
Well, of course he's better. Of course Squeezer is young. He may develop a bit, but on points and pedigree, he's better than anything even Bolshinetsky has got.
Excuse me, Natalia Stepanovna, but you forget that he is overshot. And an overshot always means the dog is a bad hunter.
Overshot is he? This is the first time I hear it.
I assure you that his lower jaw is shorter than the other.
Have we measured?
Yes. He's all right at following, of course. But if you want him to get a hold of anything...
In the first place, our Squeezer is a thoroughbred animal, the son of harness and chisels. Well, there's no getting at the pedigree of your dog at all. He's old and ugly as a worn-out cab horse.
He is old, but I wouldn't take 5 Squeezers for him. Why? How can you? Guess is a dog. As for Squeezer, well, it's too funny to argue. Anybody you like has a dog as good as Squeezer. You may find them under every bush, almost. 25 rubles would be a handsome price to pay for him.
There's some demon of contradiction in you today, Ivan Vasilovich. First, you pretend the meadows are yours. Now that Guess is better than Squeezer. I don't like people who don't say what they mean, because you know perfectly well that Squeezer is 100 times better than your silly Guess. Why do you want to say it isn't?
I see, Natalia Stepanovna, that you consider me either blind or a fool. You must realize that Squeezer is overshot.
It's not true.
He is.
It's not true.
Why shout, madam?
Why talk rot? It's awful. It's time your guess was shot and compared with Squeezer.
Excuse me. I cannot continue this discussion. My heart is palpitating.
I've noticed those hunters argue most who know least.
Madam, please be silent. My heart is going to pieces. Shut up!
I shan't shut up. I shan't shut up until you acknowledge that Squeezer is 100 times better than your silly guess.
100 times worse. Be hanged to your Squeezer. His head, eyes, shoulder.
No need to hang your silly guess. He's half dead already.
Shut up! My heart's bursting.
I shan't shut up!
What's the matter now?
Papa, tell us truly, which is the better dog? Our Squeezer or his guess?
Stepan Stepanovich, I implore you to tell me just one thing. Is your Squeezer overshot or not? Yes or no?
Suppose he is. What does it matter? He's the best dog in the district for all that.
But isn't my guess better? Really?
Don't excite yourself, my precious one. Allow me. Your guest certainly has his good points. He's purebred, firm on his feet, has well-sprung ribs and all that. But my dear man, if you want to know the truth, the dog has two defects. He's old, and he's short in the muzzle.
Excuse me, my heart. Let's take the facts. You will remember that on the Marazinski hunt, my guest ran neck and neck with the Count's dog, while your Squeezer was left a whole verst behind.
He got left behind because the Count's whipper hit it with his whip.
And with good reason. The dogs are running after a fox when Squeezer goes and starts worrying the sheep.
Is that true? My dear fellow, I'm very liable to lose my temper, so just because of that, let's stop arguing. You started because everybody is always jealous of everybody else's dogs. Yes, we're all like that. You too, sir, aren't blameless. You no sooner notice that some dog is better than your guess if you begin with this, that, the other, and all that. I remember everything.
I remember too.
Well, I remember too. What do you remember?
My heart. My legs won't sleep. I can't.
What kind of a hunter are you? You ought to go and lie on the kitchen oven and catch black beetles, not go after foxes. My heart.
Yes, indeed. What sort of a hunter are you anyway? You ought to sit at home with your palpitations and not go tracking animals. You could go hunting, but you only go to argue with people and interfere with their dogs and so on. Let's change the subject in case I lose my temper. You're not a hunter at all anyway.
And are you a hunter? You only go hunting to get in with the Count and to intrigue. My heart. You're an intriguer.
What? I an intriguer? Shut up!
Intriguer?
Boy, pup!
Old rat. Jesuit.
Shut up or I'll shoot you like a partridge, you fool!
Everybody knows that. My heart. Your late wife used to beat you. My temples. Sparks. I fall.
And you're under the slipper of your housekeeper.
There. My heart's burst. My shoulders come off. Where is my shoulder? I die. A doctor.
I'm sick. Sick!
What kind of a hunter are you? You can't even sit on a horse. Papa, what's the matter with him? Papa, look, Papa! Ivan Vasilovich, he's dead!
I'm sick. I can't breathe. Air.
Ivan Vasilovich! Ivan Vasilovich! What have you done to me? He's dead! A doctor! A doctor!
What? What's the matter? What's the matter?
He's dead!
Who's dead? Oh, yeah. Why, doctor? Here, drink this. Oh, it doesn't drink. Oh, it doesn't see. He's dead and all that. Oh, I'm the most unhappy man. Oh, and I put a bullet in my brain. Why am I cutting my throat yet? What am I waiting for? Give me a knife. Give me a pistol. Oh, he seems to be coming around. Here, drink this.
I see stars.
Yes, that's right.
Where am I?
Oh, hurry up and get married and well, to the devil with you. She's willing. She's willing, I tell you. I give you my blessing and so on. Only leave me in peace.
What? To whom?
She's willing. Well, kiss me damn to you.
What? Kiss whom? Very nice, too. Excuse me. What's it all about? Oh. Now I understand. Stars. I'm happy. Natalia Stepanovna, my foot's gone to sleep.
I'm happy too.
What a weight up my shoulders.
But still, you will admit now
Better?